On this episode of Pimp My Setup, I'm going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're not interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 194. We're live on February 19th, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly, and as always, I'm joined by producer Tom.
Guys, this is just great to be here.
I just love you. You always start off with, guys.
It gives me time to think of what I'm going to say, and then most of the time I have nothing to say. So
yeah, it's good. Sometimes all you need to say is,
guys.
Hi. Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
And it just works. Welcome to episode 194. If you guys are interested in skipping the line, you can pick up a fast pass by going to pimpmysetup.com/perks. Or if you want, you just submit your setup. We're currently booked to 310. So go to pimpmysetup.com/Q and do that. It's super simple. But apparently, according to some people on Twitch, it's not that simple. Literally, you're just sending an email. If you've ever sent one before, you can submit your setup to be on the show. 310 is going to be around November, maybe even December. So get your setup in now. You can make updates along the road. If you want to join our Discord, go to discord.gg/Matt. And if you want to join our Setup Addicts Facebook group, now over 22,000 members, Go to setupaddicts.com and it'll bring you right on over there. And as far as everything else going on in life, I don't know. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Okay. Anyways, guys, let's hop into the first set of the day, submitted by Stein. Was that what you said? Stain. Stain. Get it out with OxyClean. Yeah, Billy Mays. No, he's 20 years old. He's an IT technician and web developer. He's a casual gamer, and this is his simple workspace. Now, yeah, I mean, I agree. It's simple. It definitely is. Now, if you go to the second photo, this was like my first thing. I was just like, boy, I tell you what, if you like, I don't care, trash can, cool. You know, if you were to move that though, somewhere else, even under your desk, just put the PC over there. It makes such a difference. And what's great about it is it will actually help with your cable management. You spew everything out to the left side there, down that leg, behind the PC, bada bing, bada boom, ain't gonna be an issue. But I'm just not a fan of how it is, only because of the fact that it does take up a little bit of leg room. It may not be like the worst thing ever for your legs. And I know whenever people have stuff in the way of their legs in their email, they're like, I promise you, I'm super flexible. It's never been an issue. I wrap my one leg around my right arm and I'm really comfortable. It's like, come on. Just move the damn PC to the left, bada bing, bada boom, it will be a lot nicer. Now, the other thing that I found a little bit weird was the double SteelSeries mouse pads. I mean, they did invent these things called extended mouse pads, and I get it. This is probably a little bit wider. No, maybe not even wider, but maybe a little bit longer, like height-wise, I guess. I forget how shapes work. But what I would say is just they make the XXXXXL, and I'm not even kidding when I say that. Like, they make big-ass ones that aren't just long, but they're tall. So, if you do that, I definitely recommend just picking one of those up because the double logo with the indent in the middle where your keyboard is, I'm sure it's not actually hurting your workflow, but it would look a lot nicer. So I don't know, a lot of people seem to agree with me, and some people are like, get over it, Matt, no one likes you. And thanks, but I think usability is great. The cables, of course, you know, they're going along. They're like, if you look, the coming out of there, yeah, like that's fine. It's not awful. You guys know how I feel about monitor cables, but if you look in the second photo, at least it's going along the leg and along the bottom. But of course, you could Velcro it around the leg. Makes it look a lot neater. And you can move the power strip to go over to the left by the garbage can. And guess what? Bada bing, bada boom. Houdini! That shit's gone. So you just kind of got to be smart about it. But it's not terrible. It's not something where I'm like throwing up all over the place. But, you know, headphone stands, speakers, those are things that I think of. And then theme, what is it, Tom? What's the theme here?
I mean, blue.
Blue with like
there's really nothing.
Yeah, like contrast with a hint of blue.
Yeah, but when you put like Windows up on the screen, you don't see it anyway. So
yeah,
just I guess he has blue LEDs. That's it.
Yeah, just a little something else to add to the theme would make it a good theme. It doesn't have to be over the top. It doesn't need to be in your face
either. So
huh?
You don't have the room for a amount of like posters and all that. It looks like you have a small space. So
just like something a little bit more. I mean, it's not I will say it is minimalist. It's simple. It's not over the top, and that's fine. But if you're okay with it, then that's all that matters. But of course, category by category, I would like to see a little bit more there.
Someone asked where would he put a headphone stand? You can put it underneath your desk, a little clip or something like that.
He actually has a perfect.
There's no room on the desk though.
No, he has a perfect desk for it. If you look at the left side, see like the under part, how it has like it has a pretty good amount, like maybe 6 inches.
Yeah.
That's exactly where the hook could go. It could go off to the left side of the desk, and boom, it gets it out of the way, and it just makes it a lot more usable. So definitely easy to fix and a wonderful setup nonetheless. But anyways, moving to the next setup submitted by Ron. He's 16, uses setup for gaming and homework, and this is another great, simple, straight to the point setup. But there are a few more complaints. Like, okay, first off, if you look at in the left bottom corner. In that photo, he does have the headphone mount. That's something that would work perfect for the last setup. Yeah. They even have ones that just adhesive to the underside of the desk, but for people wondering, that's what I would recommend. Now, the second photo is where most of my complaints are. Now, I don't know if you guys agree, but the walls... I was hoping you weren't going to put it on because I was going to keep going for like 5 minutes. But
why I made it.
Yeah, oh God, here goes a plane. The end of the show. No, but
to the next setup.
The friggin' wall, man. I mean, I don't know if it's from you rubbing your shoes up against it or it's just how it is, but this could be a good time for you to get rid of that baby blue. Paint the whole damn wall, you know, and it won't. Like, I don't think the baby blue hurts the green that much, but I think wouldn't it look so much nicer with like a white, a gray, something like that?
Yeah, I think the LEDs, like, you know, take over kind of in the section that has LEDs. So maybe if you put more LEDs.
Yeah, like a strip along the desk. Like you have the one against the monitor, but just along the back of the desk will help a lot. But the baby blue is not my favorite. And seeing the second photo with how dirty it is, I definitely think you could do a little something with that. So, but yeah, I mean, that it's disgusting. The cable management's awful. It's awful. I meant to say it's also not great, but it is awful. There's no management going on. Is that? Oh my God! Is that duct tape? No, it's got to be Velcro. For a second, I'm like, bro, did you just duct tape your damn cables together? Really, super easy to fix, and just the way you have it right now is not really 10 out of 10 for me because it's not even an attempt at management. It's more so just like, shove it in the corner and call it a day. So not a fan of that. But the actual setup itself, what were your initial thoughts, Tom?
I like the green. I like how it's like shines off the wall, like I said. I mean, the green theme works. Maybe if you add more green, like I said before. But it's very simple. Usability is good and all that. Yeah,
and like the cables coming off to the left side there, I have nothing wrong with that because they are managed. They are easily accessible. And that's the point of it. You know, he wouldn't just put the cable drops there if he didn't need those cables. So for people wondering, I think that's fine. He's got controller stands off to the left for his PlayStation controllers. That's awesome. To the right side, I'm not really sure what's going on there, like a lot of paper and stuff, but I'm assuming that's school related, so not the end of the world. One thing I'm a little bit upset about is that we can't see the above portion of the setup. So that really kind of hurts the theme, kind of hurts what you're going for because it could be an essential part to what you're all about. So it looks like a shelving unit that's not centered just from what I can see. Cuts off pretty abruptly on the right side, but seems to continue off into the left. Does that show up on screen?
Show.
Damn.
I think barely, yeah.
Yeah, like you go to the right side of the photo. Yeah, see how it cuts off? Then go all the way to the left side. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it's it's still going on the left side of the photo, so it's not centered. So I'm assuming he's probably like, damn it, Mom, you bitch, you didn't center it. But anyways, he also has cable loom, which is shown coming out of the monitor. If you zoom in there to the monitor stand, see that gray stuff kind of blends in. Really nice. I like it. It's not bad. Again, it's managed, but it's in view. There's nothing wrong with that. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Get it? Anyone? No. Okay, I'm going to just jump off a bridge. But yeah, I think it's a nice, straight to the point setup. The last thing I'll say is I'm not a fan when the keyboard is slightly on the mouse pad. I know people are like, man, it's really not that big of a deal, but I just think like the slight change in feel when you type, like that just, you know what I'm talking about? Have you ever had that?
No, yeah, I feel like I would have that same issue. I'd be like, my OCD would be like, just move it over, just a teeny tiny
like, I don't understand, like, it just,
Or just get an extended mouse pad.
Yeah,
That's
even if it
clean.
doesn't, and plus I hate those mouse pads, but since you're all Razer, like, I mean, whatever. But yeah. Okay, next set is submitted by Khalid or Khalid. I think Khalid.
Khalid.
But I want to say DJ Khaled. Yeah. But anyways, he's 15 years old. His YouTube channel is Dope, but DOP3. Rival. I mean, the cable management is awful. I think this is actually, because I think it was an updated photo. I think it was worse. And I hate to say it, because if you go to the first photo, I mean, the controllers are all over the place. He's got a basket off to the right side, and then off to the left side, he's got one of those like tablet, laptop things that actually like you can fold, and the usability there is awful. Your PlayStation 4 holding on for dear life, and just the sheer usability is not good. The cable management is awful. It's just not a nice setup overall. I don't see the theme. I don't really get it, so I'm very confused. And someone in the chat keeps asking stupid questions, like, well, not questions, just stupid things, saying like, stop accepting this garbage. Again, this was an updated photo. The point of the show is not to get the top tier setups. It's to show setups that need help. But when you send updated photos like this that are just, when you heard it yourself, like I looked at his original photos, they weren't that bad.
They weren't. I remember, and I kept getting the updated photos. I'm like, no,
yeah,
no,
like
stop.
They were pretty good. And now it gets to this point where a lot of people, and you know, Khalid is 15, they get more stuff, and instead of condensing and keeping what's the best, they kind of fit it all into a small little space. So yeah, a little bit of an issue there. I'm not going to spend too much time on it, but hey, at least that chair's got some curves, you know. Look at that chair really is interesting. But guys, when you send updated photos, make sure you really think it through, okay? And someone said every setup is accepted. That's not true. Like, I would say what was the statistic? 90 something are rejected. 90 something percent are rejected. So, yeah. Anyways, now this next setup, again, I'm frustrated because the quality isn't good. And this is another setup that was really good in the original submission. Still okay. But he sent his photos how many times in the last?
I don't even count.
Like Tom kept asking him, like, "Hey man, the quality's not that good. Can you send a better photo?" And he's like, "Sure, man." Sent it again, and it's getting like smaller and smaller and smaller. So I had to just kind of like blow it up, and hopefully it looks somewhat easy to tell what's going on. But yeah, so this, it's not bad. But here are my complaints. When he's actually, because this is not a usable photo, right? He's not showing it when it's in use. The laptop, the second you open it up, you're covering a portion of the TV. Then, if you're just trying to like look around, I mean, it just seems difficult. Like, how do you actually use it? You know, because he doesn't have, you know, peripherals. He doesn't have a mouse. He doesn't have a keyboard. He's using the laptop. Doesn't make sense. So what you need to do is you need to have the laptop off to the side on a docking station, and then get external peripherals, and then you can take out the Mac when you're on the go. That's the only way this is going to work, because even if you're not covering a big portion of the screen, covering any part of the screen is annoying, whether it's the corners, whether it's just the bottom. I don't know if you guys would agree with that. A lot of people are saying like, no, that's not that bad. That's okay. It works. But I could just see that being a big issue because there's no external peripherals. So definitely would like to see that situated. But the underneath portion too, which you can see in the first photo, is just, you know, putting stuff on the floor, having stuff look like it's too big for the shelving itself. That's why I've never been a fan of those legs. Like, yeah, they have the cool picnic feel to it, but they're usually not very workable. You know what I mean? So I can see that being an issue long term. You know, having stuff on the carpet and making things look oddly unproportionate. You know, when you have something that goes on a shelf and it's like 3 times the size, it's like, whoa. But I love the rest. I think the rest he did great with. He has different colors of lights going through, which is nice. I think that, you know, a little bit of this, a little bit of that works. But I think you would agree there's not a lot to it.
What I would do is mount the TV against the wall, more breathing space, so you could put your consoles on top of the desk.
Yeah.
Get the external peripherals and move that Mac off to the side. Then you have actually a usable setup, and then you worry about maybe putting more stuff on the wall. Yeah, the lights are cool, and that the what's that thing called? The film thingy?
Oh, the clapboard.
Clapboard, yeah, that's cool and all, but maybe start adding some more too.
Yeah, like if you're going for film, let's see a little bit more. You know,
Yeah,
get a
your
reel
favorite movie or
yeah, stuff like that. But again, it's not terrible, but I just, like, at first glance, you might be like, shit, that's a nice setup. But when you really think about it, he has the laptop closed for a reason, because he knows that he's hoping, he's praying that I'm going to think, yeah, there's enough clearance between how big the monitor, like that takes up a huge portion. So definitely work on that. Easy to fix. You have everything you need. It's all right there at your fingertips. Just do it. The only thing I would say is obviously external peripherals is going to help a lot, which is a shame because you already cut those cables, cut the holes in the desk. And
That's
everything.
a good idea too. I mean,
Yeah, which is great, but now you got to get a new mouse pad and all that. So anyways, let's go to the next setup submitted by Thomas. Oh, hey, Tom, you submitted to be on the show.
yeah, I accepted myself.
Yeah, 15 years old. Now, this is another setup that's been updated numerous times, but this surprisingly has gotten better and better and better, and that's what we love to see. So Thomas just redid his setup back in like September. That's what he said. And he's looking for tips. So nice, not terrible, but a few things I'm a bit confused about. And I would start with the lamp. I just think the lamp doesn't fit.
I like the lamp.
You do?
I mean, it's different. That's the only reason I like it.
It's different, but it's so like grandma-ish. And like, it just... I guess it doesn't matter because this whole setup, there's nothing that's really like childish or like cool computerish about it other than the peripherals.
Yeah.
And the microphone and stuff. Everything else is kind of like, it's a super cool desk. I love the desk. I love the finish. I love how it looks. But I can just see like, the lamp, man. And then the curtains. I think it's called hemming, if I'm correct. I actually had my grandma hem the curtains in the shed so that they don't touch the floor. They're like right at the bottom. Yeah, super nice. So, because those things were long as hell. If you hem it, then it doesn't look like shit just laying down there, you know? Plus, they're pretty transparent, those curtains, so it might look like crap if you hem them. But if you did that, at least that part, the windowsill, would look really nice, and you could put stuff on there to go with the theme. But I think in the top left corner, you could see he's got like his box for a variety of different things. He's got his 960 and I'm trying to see
His
microphone. Yeah, what is that called? The siren or something?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that I'm not a fan of. I think throw it out, kind of figure out maybe a storage solution for your boxes. But that's an awesome windowsill. Like, for instance, you have your camera on the right side.
Yeah.
Which I don't really think is a good idea because it just kind of disappears into the curtains. So if the curtains were on the right height, that would look a lot nicer. You could put a lot of different things there and it would look really, really, really good. But I love the desk. I love the simplicity of the setup. You know, you have basically everything you need. Obviously, speakers are something I always recommend for a setup. Yeah, it's not terrible. It isn't. The cable management's great. Kudos on that. I love that there's no legs because you bracket it to the wall. So that's going to help a lot. But yeah, see, look how many people are saying right now in the chat, Tom, I didn't notice the camera. That's a problem. The camera would be a cool like accessory to add in had it not disappeared into the background. So it's a wonderful setup, man. Really, really nice. Very simple, kind of sophisticated considering you're 15. But just fix the curtain. I think that'd be a huge game changer. Do you agree?
I definitely agree. Yeah, and then you can put your favorite stuff on there, like you said. And I just think he used the desk perfectly. I mean, yeah, the mic is. I maybe get a mic stand. I mean, it's cool and all sitting there, but maybe if you got a mic stand that's so it can come in front of your face or close to your face.
Oh my God! Someone just completely blew my mind. The desk doesn't look level.
Oh. What?
Holy shit. Is that like completely tilted to the side?
I don't know. Maybe it's the picture.
It could be. I was going to say maybe it's the computer being on the left side that like throws it off. But look at the lamp. It's covering the same amount. Look at how much room there is between the where the PC side is. And then you go all the way to the right side. It seems like there's more. Oh my God. Is that? Holy shit. Is that crooked?
I have no idea.
Woo!
Yeah. Because
how do you not check that?
Wait, because look at the gap between that. It goes down.
Oh my God! Everyone in the chat is like, "What?" They're realizing it, bro. Oh my God! I'm sorry. That hurts the setup so much. They invented levels, bro. When you like are about to do something permanent like that, you drop the level on it, make sure it's good. How are you not using your setup like going down like the Titanic back in the 30s or whatever that was? That's just wow. Everyone in the chat, That's like one of those mind-blown things. Who said that in the beginning? Whoever said that, you are a very smart person for actually looking. I think our brains are just so quick to like assume everything's level until you actually think about it. Damn. What if the house isn't level? Well, that's like the shed right now. The shed is not level, but it's very different. Someone said the desk is level, but the windowsill isn't. No, I don't think the windowsill would be.
I think the window would be more level. 'Cause that thing is like it's built.
Yeah, it's
to
the
be
desk.
level.
Anyways, you could tell in the next photo too. It's going down on the right side. Oh my god, dude! Wow. Oh god. All right, next setup submitted by Jacob. He's 12 and he loves the game. Now, Jacob, we're not going to spend a lot of time on your setup. It's a super easy fix. You can get a super high score. So let's go to the third photo. Cable management. Great job, man. Not bad at all. I really like it. Super simple, works. Go to the previous photo. You'll see coming out of the PC and all that, that's where you're going to kind of want to work on it. Coming out of the monitors. All you have to do, man, is Velcro it. Let it go through the stand. And it'll disappear and make it look even nicer. Everything else, really, really nice. It works. There's no theme, though. So you want to kind of dress up the walls, maybe get some more accessories, get speakers, fun things like that, and it'll help a lot. A lot of people are saying too much LEDs. Yeah, I could see that. You know, he's 12. He probably just loves the idea of having LEDs. But at least the only physical LED we're seeing is in this photo in the corner. Other than that, though, it seems like it's really just it's being diffused perfectly. So, hey, I'm sure he'll either grow to love LEDs more and more and get more throughout his setup, or he'll eventually fade away from it. But if you want more LEDs, I'd say put a strip along the back of your monitors. That would look nice. But yeah, and people are saying the microphone placement isn't great. It's actually going to be hard for him to really use the microphone without having it there, because the rest of the desk is too thick. And well, I believe it would be too thick. Well, yeah, he can't put it on the left or right side because there's no like part to clip onto, overhang. So he'd have to put it on the opposite side of the desk he's already on. Which, if he does that, I don't know if it would reach long enough, and if it would be like too straight to where it'd be like kind of in the way of his mouse and everything. But I'm sure he can play with that, figure it out. But you're 12, man. It's simple. It works. It's nice. I would say put the LEDs to red. Go with a single color, you know, kind of, because your headphones are red. But yeah, what do you think, Tom?
No, you said exactly what I was going to say. I think the only reason he has blue is because his PC has like a blue little thingy. I don't know if you can change that, but if you can, I would change to the red. You know, might as well, because you have the peripherals.
Choose a color.
Choose a color, yeah. I mean, blue and red is a cool mix-up, but I don't know if they really work together unless you're doing like a Star Wars theme or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Star Wars, Tom, next setup submitted by Cole, 16. He enjoys downhill skiing and video games. If you want to check him out on YouTube, it's Addix Gaming, which is ADDIX. Now, this is a setup we see pretty often under the bed, and I think it's pretty good. There are only a few things that I'm like, fix this, fix that, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, let's see. First thing I would say, let's talk about cable management. Third photo. Sure, in all the other photos we don't really see the cables, but I think there's a little bit more you could do here. I'm not a fan of how the power strip seems to be hanging on for dear life. Right? Doesn't it look like that?
Yeah, I mean, it has the little clips. But.
Yeah, it just, I don't know if it's like, the only thing I do like is that the actual plugs are facing outwards, so when you plug into it, it should be easy to just kind of adhere it, but there's too many swoopity swoops going around. I think if you want to take it to the next level, Velcro everything, kind of really take it to the bottom of the desk. But everything else is like pretty good. I think the floor looks just a little dirty. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Yeah, along the.
Looks like there's an M&M chilling over there. Which, trust me, my fat ass has quite a few M&Ms somewhere on my floor. Not really. I'm actually, but yeah, the rest of the floor though, you know, it's good that you have the carpet desk thing. That's a chair thing. That's always good. And then the subwoofer. I mean, I don't know if it really does anything.
It's really small.
Yeah, and especially on carpet, it probably just like sinks right into it and doesn't even make any output. But that thing is small as hell. But yeah, I think that the rest of the setup is pretty awesome on the desk itself. I like that, you know, around the windowsill, that part. not a huge fan. I'm sure it's cool at night, but I don't like seeing the actual LED itself. I think that could be worse than the last setup we just saw. You know what I mean?
I could see that, yeah.
Yeah, and the shelving unit and all that stuff off to the right, that's cool. It's hard for you to fit theme into your actual setup, so it's okay that you did that. You know, like it works. So at least you were able to spread it through the setup somehow. But looking at the first photo, awesome PC. It's pretty shame. It's a shame that it's kind of covered, but at least it's somewhat visible. And I understand that you're tight on space, so that's just kind of what's got to happen. You know, it's a fallen soldier, but you know, you have speakers, you have all those different accessories. Everything seems to be pretty cool. It's simple. I want to know though, because it looks like your monitors still have like the HDMI stickers and stuff on them. Did you like mess up trying to take one off in the middle, and like now it's all fucked up? Like,
Yeah, it looks like a glare, but at the same time, it looks like a sticker that got ripped off.
oh yeah, it's definitely not a glare. It's either got to be white out or the dude just like completely messed it up. But there's an easy way to fix that. You just literally get like a hair dryer, or even if you have a heat gun, you just put it on there and that just comes right off. So I would do that because that looks like kind of annoying. But I think everything else is like pretty straightforward. It's hard. There's not a lot of room, especially trying to cram 3 monitors into it. But it's nice. It works. It's to the point. And considering you're under a bed, not bad at all. I don't know what some of the stuff is off to the left side, but I kind of cleaned it up a bit. I don't know if that's like a light or...
Is that like a netting or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, at night he like covers it up. He's like, no one's gonna see me in my setup. But I don't know. People are saying the vent. Well, a lot of people are saying that the vent underneath is being covered by it. He could just move it back a little.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure, you know.
I don't think his chair goes that far back or far in.
No. Well, yeah. That's
like
why
the
he can move
wheels
it backward.
would
Yeah.
yeah.
Definitely a good idea. But Vaseline works. I think you use a heat gun very quickly. Obviously, don't put the damn heat gun on there for a good like 2, 3, 4 minutes. Just like, it'll heat up eventually. Let it get really hot. Put it right on and then pull away. Kind of smudge with your finger. Put it on. Smudge away. Obviously, don't destroy your monitor. It shouldn't be that hard to do. That's one thing I really liked about Best Buy. We used to use heat guns all the time and like wrap stuff. But it smelled like weed. It really did. Do you remember that?
It didn't smell like weed to me. It just smelled like
it smelled like weed.
Stuff.
That's why I used to just every time the plastic was done, I would just roll it up. And but anyways, you have anything you want to say about the setup?
Nope.
Cool. Next set of the day, submitted by Carter. Carter, he's 13 years old. He literally said in his email, "I'm bowling on a budget, homie." He says he doesn't know what to do with it to make it more unique and cool. Well, here's the thing, Carter. Okay, it's pretty easy. You have an awesome case, so you need a side piece. I would say like an Alex drawer or something to go to the right side and display that, and not have it right up against the monitors. You know, is that the same wallpaper we have, Tom?
Yeah, it is.
That's funny. But yeah, I think you put it there, separates it, more breathing room, looks nice. Now, the side piece off to the left, I was going to say like, damn, your Linmon desk is so tall. But I'm like, that thing off to the left is just super small. And again, a super small subwoofer. Again, I keep saying again and again and again and again. Doesn't matter, but it should be on the floor. Nonetheless, even if it doesn't do anything, I'd put it on the floor. I do think you have a lot of weird things here and there, like that plasma ball, and it looks like a thing of screws and a clock that doesn't really match. All that stuff should either go away or be displayed in a better spot. So I think moving that around will help. Maybe even a longer Linmon will help, because I don't like that the left monitor is just kind of like hanging over into nowhere. You know what I mean? So that's something I'm not a huge fan of. Now, Tom, what do you think about theme?
There is no theme.
What?
There really
What you
isn't.
mean?
I mean, they're like, what can you even say that he likes?
Um,
Plasma balls.
He does like bowls. I mean, plasma bowls, yeah.
I mean, I like the two-tone wall with the gray and blue. Like, great, go work with that. Maybe get some stuff that matches that. I don't know. It's tough.
And the chat is saying that the right front... Okay, someone... You're cool. You're really cool, man! Okay. Well, you're obviously not that cool if you're still driving by and it's that loud. The PC leg seems to be falling off just a tad. I'm getting a super zoom in on my computer, and I could see just about, yeah, I would say like not even a quarter inch is on the desk. So one wrong move, and that's the end of that computer. So that's why I'm definitely saying a separate piece just for that if you can't get a bigger desk. But the desk should at least go from a little bit more past the right side of the PC all the way past the left side of the monitor. There should be a lot of breathing room. It should work perfectly. You shouldn't have to like, do a thing where your monitor is just hanging in the air and you can put your arms under and above like a magic trick. It should be desk throughout the whole setup. But I think also the desk isn't deep enough for what you're doing. I think because of the way the monitor stand is, you have the monitors coming forward more than it should. And because of that, it's like your PC is like almost, your keyboard's almost under the monitor, so it's like, whoa, you're really close to it. So I can see that being an issue, but I really think some new furniture is going to help a lot. And then obviously do something with theme. Thomas, well, that's the other thing I was going to say. Good point. You showed that, because I forgot that picture was even there. When you do the setup over, besides dusting, you're going to want to actually manage the cables underneath. There's only a few setups where managing the cables above is beneficial. And in this case, I get it, your PC is right over there, but you're going to want to put it under the desk. You get a Signum, you can get a few different solutions. Even the IKEA $5 management kit is going to make a huge difference. But when you put it all behind the monitor, not only is that like a hazard and not a good idea if you need to actually take a cable out of the mix, you're just making it look like that, and that's an issue. So super easy to fix. You got to manage it under the desk. I know you thought you were being smart, like, haha, bitches. But that's also the reason why. Look how far off his monitor is from the wall. And that's because of the angling and stuff, but especially having the cables there, you couldn't make him closer to the wall even if you wanted. So super easy to fix. You have a lot of the things you need, but I say furniture is your main point. Moving things to the proper spot, cable management correctly, and building a theme. So stuff on the wall, shelves, posters, pop vinyls, whatever the hell it is, you got to tell us who you are, Carter. So all we know is you like bowling on a budget, and IKEA is budget, so not terrible. But let's go to the scores. Yeah, baby, we got Stein with a 74, Ron with an 80, Khalid with a 60, Connor with a 72, Thomas with an 86, Jacob with a 76, Cole with an 84, Carter with a 70.
Thomas got an 86 first place, but his desk is uneven.
Yeah, that kind of like really changed my... I would say, even though Cole is technically second place, like I would say that he wins just for the fact that his desk isn't going down. Going down for real. What do you think? Do you think Cole takes the pie?
I think Cole, just because, I don't know, just sucks for Thomas. If his desk wasn't uneven, I think he used the desk perfectly. That
should be easy to fix, though. You just buy yourself a level, undo, and kind of...
Yeah.
Boom. Done. Easy. But that's going to be it for this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 194. We actually got, looks like 2 fast passes were bought during the show. So look forward to that. Should be 10 setups at least. But cool. Thanks, guys, for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, and we'll see you on Tuesday.